And g'day everyone, you join me today where I'm going to put a Massey Ferguson 587 into a crop for the first time in about 25 years, give or take. So I've been working on this thing a fair bit over the past month. First step was getting the engine going. I ended up having to pull the rotary injector pump off it and pull it right down. The two pistons right inside, if you know them, they were stuck. And I had to free them up, so that was a learning for me because I'd never touched an injection pump before, but thanks to YouTube I was able to make it happen. And yeah, started up, runs pretty well, and we've given it a good pressure wash and a once over and a grease up and all that sort of boring stuff. So we should be able to get it out and put it in the crop today. But first, we're going to have to move a Super AWD6 and an AW7 to get it out the shed. You get 3 cold starts in one. Anyway, we'll move the tractors out. Now generally, you've got to use Aerostart with both of these tractors. That one you do, but for some reason which my dad can't believe, in hot weather I've been able to start this without Aerostart. So I'll give it a glow for a little bit. And I'll see if it'll go. I'm doing a solar farm out of a job. Do you want to give it that extra fuel again?
Yeah, you might have to glow it. Glow it some more.
I'll give it some more.
Yeah. Extra fuel, which is this little...
I think it's glowing. It's not lighting up yet.
Takes a long time.
Now the header, it starts really easy. It doesn't need aerostart or anything. Righto, we're going to stick the auger out. So there's a little stay rod there that's in a spring-loaded clip thingy, which that can just sit there. Right, that's on. This looks important. Right, start him up again. Well, I think the crop is very, very dry, so it's and the machine's obviously rusty after been sitting for over 2 decades, so it's having a bit of trouble with comb chokes, but we'll see how we go. We've dropped the comb down a little bit lower because the stem's just breaking off of the ground before the crop hits the knife.
have a look at that. Just back him up a little bit. Alright, let's try that. Oh, that's a good view of the crop. It's a very good crop. Alright, we've got a reasonably even gaps in there now.
Rightio, we'll have a go now. Rightio, we've just unloaded into the bin, and now that we'll half know what I'm doing, we'll go for a lap. Go back into second gear, and we'll pull away. That's our variable speed drive, so we've got second gear, but for the ground speed, you shift him forwards, you slow right down, you pull him right back, you speed up. As your engine RPM's set, there's a little notch on that lever there, you pull it up and sit in the notch. So your machine's running at the right speed for threshing, and then that's your ground speed adjustment. And we're running it in first gear, in about that notch down there. We'll rev him up with that lever there. We're in first gear. And this here does your cone up and down. Drop it down a bit. Touch four, and away we go. Shift it back down to where it was. Line up the drop a bit better than I did just then. And away we go. Rightio, we're at the field bin again. And this lever here, oops, we whack it over, and then all that grain starts pouring out. That's what we got on that last little bit after the last full box. That's just about it. Oh, 4.5 acres. Well, here we are back at the shed. That, all things considered, that went pretty well. So now we've emptied out the bin. There's no more grain left in it, apart from a couple of seeds here and there. So we're going to do the fun bit now, and we're going to clean it all out before we put it back in the shed. And just like that, it's all packed up and back in the shed. Now, admittedly, it's about a week or so after I harvested. I was running out of time and I just had to send it with the pack up. But we ended up getting about 6.4 tonne off that paddock. Now, it should have been a bit more. On the very outside of the paddock there, it was a little bit sparse and we were going the right speed for that. But as we moved into the centre where it got heavier, I ended up throwing a bit of grain out the back, unfortunately, but luckily we're only doing it for a bit of fun. So we should have dialed it back even slower in first gear because we were about halfway on that speed variator. But anyhow, no, it went really, really well after we fixed those comb chokes at the start. So yeah, went pretty well and just managed to start shining the machine up and then you put it away. But I guess that's the story with hobby farming, isn't it? Anyhow, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.